After all I've been through in life and all this stuff, like the merry-go-round of chaos, um, I'm at the point where I can give a little bit of advice on it, or a lot of advice on it. Um, but, one thing is, time will be the healer. Um, there's a good song by Glenn Hansard. Time will be the healer once again. Time will lift you up. Da, 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 da. Yeah, if you have like a serious mental health condition, and I don't care what it is, it can be severe depression or anxiety, or it can be even one of the worst ones, which is like schizophrenia and stuff like that, bipolar. Um, like, it doesn't matter what you have. Um, there's a road to recovery for everything, and your quality of life probably won't be on par with the majority of people that exist, but you'll find a level of happiness that exceeds the level of happiness. Well, I shouldn't even say happiness. I should say contentment. You'll find a level of contentment that exceeds the level of contentment that you've had the majority of your life. So even if you can't compare yourself to others, you will compare yourself to the person you were before realizing this, and you will be more content than you've ever been content in your life. And that's if you can get through the dark night of the soul, which is that period of mental health crisis where you don't have any friends, you don't have anyone to turn to, no one to understand. Um, and even if you did, you'd probably push them out for reasons that only you can understand. And, you know, you get to like the darkest parts of your soul, and you shine the light on there, and you learn the lessons of having to take your meds and having to be as reliant on your meds as if you were someone with an injury, that, or like you had diabetes, so you had to take diabetic medication, and you recognize that you need help. You recognize you can't do drugs forever, like recreationally. You can't be addicted to soul depriving stuff. And eventually time will be the healer. It was weird because it took me like years and years and years and years, 10 years, literally 10 years, from mental health breakdown to the worst 10 years of my life to now. Pardon me. Midway point of 2024 was like where the changes started coming in. And then start of 2025 is when I actually noticed I was a different person, and I was able to just be myself again. Like, and not in some cliche fashion. I'm not talking about like, oh, be yourself, man. I'm just talking about like actually being able to sit inside myself and be happy with who I am. And beyond that, just like completely accepting who I am and not scared of the dark anymore. And yeah. I don't talk about it too much because I don't think you should talk about your goals and dreams and desires too much, but just because people don't like that. But I want to become a mental health worker, like a peer support worker, and develop relationships with the mentally ill people in Victoria, and put on talks, like live, like 1.5 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour events, and just talk about ways to cope and ways to get through all this. This is my dream. And when you've gone through something so freaking heavy, it's like, it's not even that it's your it becomes your mission to help people. It's not even like your destiny, and it's not even like you feel obliged to. It's more that it's it just fulfills you because you've been there, and when you can come back down and like take people out of that place and slowly just give them a bit of water where they won't get any water before. It's my desire, because I've never had that until recently. With my current mental health supports, I've got some help, but it was kind of too late by then. Like, if I had this help 5 years ago, I would have been fine. Like, the mental health system in Australia is completely messed up, and a lot of us recognize it, but there's not enough leaders standing up and helping people. There's not enough good people in the mental health industry. It's, for a lot of people, it's just a way to make a quick buck. But there's good people out here too. Like, yeah. My book, Avoiding Hellish Detours, an Exit Strategy. I finished up writing a few pages the other week, a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't much. It was maybe like 3 pages, almost a chapter. And that book is the book that I'm manifesting. I hand out to those people that I come in contact with in the mental health system. Just give them a copy for free and say, read this. This is my story, and see if you relate to me on any level. And if you do, I bet you I can help you. Music's cool and all, but music doesn't fulfill you. And every great artist would tell you that. If it changes someone's life, then it's obviously great that you're doing it. But if you create music like I create music, which is kind of I don't know, it's not really rescuing anyone. It's not very saving. It's not saving many people. Me just doing it from my bedroom and not doing it on stage. But something like mental health, every single day I've lived inside the head of Cale Anderson, as Cale Anderson. Every single minute of suffering that I've went through can be used to help someone else. And I've got experience in drugs. I've got experience in deep psychosis over 10 years. I've got experience in manipulations and hands, of really bad people kind of getting in my head in those states instead of helping me, which I can only imagine there's kids going through that right now. And there's autistics going through that right now. And there's women going through that right now. And minorities, like different cultures in mental health, suffering with this stuff. Foreigners in Australia that don't have the same language as us, the same words to express, getting brutalized mentally by the mental health system. And the funny thing is, if you've never been in a mental ward, you don't know the beginning of it. You don't know how much the people in there suffer. And you don't know how hard it is to get out of the mental ward. Once you leave the mental ward, you don't know how hard it is to just get on day to day and navigate the mental health system. But that's what I'm here to teach. And I want to be more than just someone who tells people their rights. I want to be more than someone who's just has a psychology degree or something. I want to be a peer support worker, someone with lived experience, someone who can actually walk the walk and talk the talk. Yeah. I'd love to see how many of you guys are stepping into this role as well, out there on YouTube land, as the years progress. Bye for now. KO.